Good evening. The Hong Kong economy remains on track for recovery, with gross domestic product growing notably by 7.6% in the second quarter year-on-year due to the improving global economic conditions and receding local epidemic.
Hong Kong's economy remained on track for recovery in the second quarter, supported by the improving global economic conditions and the receding local epidemic. Real gross domestic product continued to grow notably by 7.6% over a year earlier. The underlying composite consumer price index rose modestly by 0.3% year-on-year as domestic economic activity continued to recover and external price pressures increased. Private consumption expenditure grew by 6.8% year-on-year in real terms against a low base of comparison, after expanding by 2.1% in the preceding quarter. Total exports of goods grew strongly by 20.2% in real terms. Strong revival of import demand in major economies and vibrant production activity in the region rendered support to Hong Kong's export performance. The labor market improved as economic activity continued to recover, with the seasonally adjusted unemployment rate declining visibly to 5.5%. The second quarter saw a buoyant residential property market, thanks to the low interest rate environment, firm end-user demand, and improving economic prospects. The number of residential property transactions surged by 29% over a year earlier to 22,000 in the second quarter, the highest since the second quarter of 2012. Presenting the latest economic figures, government economist Andrew Au said Hong Kong's economy should stay on the path to recovery for the rest of this year.
The ongoing global economic recovery should continue to support Hong Kong's exports of goods in the rest of the year, though there may be some moderation from the exceptionally strong growth in the first half of this year. The pandemic remains a key source of uncertainty, as the more infectious Delta variant has been raging around the world, posing a threat to the global economy. Other key sources of uncertainty, including China-US relations, geopolitical tensions, and the evolving monetary policy stance of the major central banks, also warrant our attention. Domestically, if the local epidemic remains well contained, the improving labor market conditions, coupled with the boosting effect of the consumption voucher scheme, will help stimulate consumption sentiment further and lend support to consumption-related sectors in the second half of this year.
Considering the robust real GDP outturn in the first half of the year and the support from the consumption voucher scheme, the real GDP growth forecast for 2021 as a whole is revised upwards to 5.5% to 6.5% in the current round of review, from 3.5% to 5.5% as announced in May. The underlying and headline consumer price inflation forecasts for this year are 1% and 1.6%.
That's all the news for now. I am Robot Yellow. To all our viewers, thank you so much for your support over the years. Goodbye and good night.